What's going on, Nakamas? It's your boy Mozy here, back with another episode of Mozy Reacts. On this episode of Mozy Reacts, I have episode 709 of One Piece. But before I get into today's episode, this is a reminder that this is not a market subject to. You should always support the official release. Season 2 of Promised Neverland was rushed horribly. It's ironic that you say that because I was thinking about talking about that on stream. Was that it's crazy that because I was looking at it yesterday, day before yesterday, I was trying to get like a screenshot for my thumbnail for One Piece, and I was just looking at like when it came out, and it said it came out in the fall of 1999, and I was like, that is fucking crazy that this show is reaching 23 years. And I was like, it's crazy because it's a good show that's been on for 23 years. Like what other anime has done that, or show that's done that where it's actually a complex plot, you know? Like I'm like, normally when shows are on for like 20 seasons, like SpongeBob or something like that, it's random episodes, you know, because they can't have an actual plot. Because I feel like with most shows, when they have a really good plot, they fumble it. Like The Promised Neverland, The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, The 100. Anytime they have really good storylines, it seems like they have a really hard time of like either keeping the series going without putting out too much, or they take too long revealing stuff that like people get uninterested, so then like the series drops. And I'm just like, One Piece, on the other hand, is an anime that's been around for 20 years, that is good, has had peak, has not fallen off, and is still getting better. That is sheer craziness. Dragon Ball, but like Dragon Ball Z, even like I thought about even Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, Dragon Ball Z fell off. You had Dragon Ball Z, and then they go to GT, and GT fell off, and then they had to kind of like reinvent themselves with Dragon Ball Super. Naruto did the same thing. They had Naruto, then they kind of had to reinvent themselves with Naruto Shippuden, try to get that. One Piece, they ain't changed. They've been A1 since day one, and been like, this is what we are. We're not changing. Full Metal, they had Full Metal, and then they had a Full Metal Brotherhood because they realized like, oh, we kind of need to, you know, rewrite stuff and kind of combine it to get. One Piece didn't need to do that. It's just hit after hit after hit after hit. What is like Dr. Vegapunk in our time? He is only 500 years ahead in its time. It really is. I know I slept on One Piece for a long time, but if you really think about it, 20 years, 20 plus years for any anime is like, I don't see Attack on Titan being around for 20 years. I don't see My Hero being around for 20 years. I'm trying to think of a show where, because theoretically, I think One Piece is in its like 22nd season, 23rd season right now, theoretically, based on like if you were to divide it up into seasons. What other show do you know that is 20 plus seasons long of an actual story? Not just, well, I could put on this episode or this episode and it doesn't really matter because nothing's really changed except for character dynamics. You know, like, I'm like, well, you could do that with SVU. SVU is, I think, 27 seasons. But even then, all that changes is Olivia Benson gets promoted, you know? So, Pokemon could, I will give Pokemon a fair shot, but even then I'm like, dude, they've had to make so many iterations of different Pokemon to keep people interested. They weren't like, well, we have the 152 Pokemon and there was like and then that's what we have now. So those, you know what I mean? Like the original 150 are not as relevant in the current Pokemon as they were in the beginning, are they? You know what I mean? It wasn't like they were like, here's 150, but like secretly there might be more, right? It was just kind of like, after a while they were like, whoa, shit, people are getting uninterested, we need new Pokemon. I just feel like it would be like if Oda completely changed started developing new type of powers to keep people interested because Devil Fruits got boring after a while. Guess what? Hockey. But I still feel like those things were hinted at though. You know, I don't think that like he was randomly like, you know what? People aren't going to really fuck with Devil Fruits anymore. I need to introduce hockey to make the story more interesting. That was, I think, already a part of it. Same with like the smiles, you know, he hinted at smiles forever ago to where like I'm just trying to think of I really don't know Pokemon, so I can't think about Pokemon. But like, I'm pretty sure the current Pokemon that they have now, they were not hinting at back when Ash was getting his first badges, right? That is my point, is that One Piece has basically been itself since day one, has not changed. It's just been unveiling the story, where I feel like other shows and animes that were good were great, but then after a while they were like, shit, we've ran out of greatness. We need to change ourselves or reinvent ourselves to make sure we don't lose what we have, where One Piece hasn't had to do that. I would love it if I could catch up and it still being like, oh, you're not even close to being caught back up. You're not even close to being done. I'd be cool with that. Like, if I caught up and by the time I caught up, they're like, dude, you still have like another 2 years worth of One Piece you get to watch, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I don't know if you guys have ever had that feeling, like when you guys first started One Piece and started to get close to getting caught up, but like me personally, I'm getting scared to get caught up because I'm like, I don't want it to be over. So like when I get caught up, I'm going to be right there for it to be over, and I don't want that. What's going through my mind right now? If Dolphy controls Law like he is Bellamy, can he control their devil fruits as well, or just their body? I'm trying to think, has he controlled anyone with a devil fruit? The fact that you would do it with a control a dead body is...
結局ベラミーにはとどめを刺す気にならねえみてえだな。もう十分だベラミー。自由にしてやるよ。今まで通りな。
That is one thing I never thought I would get, is more Bellamy backstory.
俺らを傘下に入れてくれ。
They did a really good job of drawing him so young. I can tell he's aged. It's so weird.
ガキの頃からの憧れなんだ。俺たちはあんたについて生きて。うっせえろ、チンピラ殿だ。ドン・キホーテファミリーはノースの誇りだ。俺らあんたらみてえな海賊団になりてえんだ。夢見がちなそこらの海賊たちとは一味違う。シンボルなら貸してやるよ。ドフィー。ただし誰かに負けたら返却しろ。負けねえさ、誰にも。
おい、ベラミー、大丈夫か？大丈夫じゃねえよな。
Really? You don't say. I'm trying to tell if they redrew the scene or if they're just reimposing it.
大秘宝ワンピース。負け犬のざれ言だ。
I think they redrew it because I don't remember his eyes being so
どんなにあ
brown.
がこうと、俺のバネバネの身の力からは逃れられねえ。
All I'm saying is if this is reimposed, you guys better be saving some money for some killer animation in a couple episodes.
何が黄金鏡、何が空島だ。
パンチの打ち方を
Ironic that he's saying
知ってるかって。
during the he
あばよ麦わら。
It's not as satisfying anymore. You took that away from me, Oda. Fuck you.
麦わら、俺は空島へ行ったんだ。仲間は失ったが、俺の中の世界はひっくり返ったぜ。俺はもうお前を恨んじゃいない。なんで俺を応援しやがった。
Losing your crew will definitely change your outlook on the world.
俺は何も変わらねえ。
変わったよ、ベラミー。
変わったのはお前だ。想像をはるかに超える覇気。なめやがって。
おい、無理すんな。寝てた方がいい。
ドフィーも甘いな。大会優勝を逃した男にまたチャンスを。よかったな、ベラビ
ー。いやね、きっとあなたのことだからしくじると思ってね。別に成功しようがしまいがどっちでもいいんだけどね。
どういうことだ。
変にまとわりつかれても目障りだから、あんたにはここでとどめを刺しておけって若様が。
The fact that Dellinger has been with Dolphy since he was like 6 weeks old, I feel so bad for him.
もう俺に望みはねえのか。はっきりものを言わせるな、ベラミー。俺とお前は目的が違うんだ。昔からな。何でもよかったんだ。何でも。この世界さえ。
I just realized, like, fuck, Bellamy, you living through this, it's gonna be really awkward with that tattoo on your chest. Like,
Bellamy, 自由にしてやるよ。今まで通りな。
おい、ベラミー。悪いけど、お前ここで待ってろ。トラオが心配なんだ。お前の分もミンゴをぶっ飛ばしてやるからな。
待て。お前この技覚えてるか。行くぞ、麦わら。
explain yourself, Bellamy. No. Why'd you change all of a sudden? I'm so... Makes fucking sense. As I said before, Bellamy has a screw loose. True, because is he like trying to be like, oh shit, one last ditch effort to kill the Straw Hats to win Dolphy's approval? Is that what I just saw there? Like, Bellamy. I guess that's what it looked like in his eyes. Like, his eyes really look desperate. I was just like... Now the shark fin makes more sense now I know that you're fishman. She reminds me low-key of Boa when she's like obsessed with Luffy saying the name, like... Oh. I mean, did you say it or did you not? I love her so much.
I'm gonna tell him.
Don't you dare.
Bro, the amount of times you've gotten hit by that and you're a giant, it low-key drives me insane. Like, bat that shit away. Is that on the elbow? He's going after the joints, man. That's a little, fuck.
巨人のハイルディンはやっつけたし、次の獲物はお、あれはロロノアゾロ。全巨人族の王になるのが俺の夢。それがどうだ。試合には負ける。おもちゃにされる。助けてもらって恩も返せねえ。
I'm not gonna lie, I have seen you get your shit rocked quite a bit throughout this arc.
しくじった今、生きてるはずがねえ。
The kneecaps too? You're fucked. Bro, that's fucked.
こんなもんか。俺は破壊のセントンバイス。こんなもんじゃねえ。
Just remind me of like the pain where he's like, my pain is far deeper than yours.
俺に任せてくれ。ハイルディン。だったらもっと重くでいい。地獄のマントンバイス。
You still got one good arm. I don't know what you would do with it, but
敵将の首も取れる。くらえ、この命を。
damn, he looks pretty confident. Will that break it, or will he get sliced? I didn't know if he would be hard enough to break it. I wonder how weak the strings are when it comes to hockey, because I mean, Luffy was tied up and used hockey, and, or was it because he had Gear 3? I mean, it's so big it broke. He just weighs. He ain't hard. His skins can still be cut. True, I don't know. I guess I just thought because he's so heavy, he would just fly up and hit the cage. And since, even though he himself is like still human and it has flesh and stuff, I just figured 10,000 pounds flying at that bird cage and hitting it, it would have made it break. And then at that point, I guess as soon as I'm assuming it's all, it looks like it's all connected at the top, but I'm assuming as soon as you break one, it all then will just start to come down, I'm hoping. So I was just hoping that he would just like shoot through, create a hole in the bird cage, it then all come toppling down. Dolphy's like, what the fuck? That puts him on like off balance, and that gives Luffy a fighting chance. But that obviously did not happen. Oh, 10,000 tons, sorry, not pounds. So even better. So again, 10,000 tons going at the bird cage, I thought would have broken it. 10,000 tons wasn't enough to, flying at the birdcage wasn't enough to break it, but Luffy was able to flex out of it. So, how much destructive power does Luffy's third gear haki have? Alright, well that was it for my reaction to episode 709 of One Piece. I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching that reaction. It was real, it was good, it was real good. Later on.